Hello everybody, my name is Michael, I'm running the Board Games Chronicle blog. Today I would like to invite you again to Atlantic Chase. You can see on my blog already some materials on how to play this game, on also some solitary scenarios from the campaign. I will put the links below. However, today I would like to focus on a completely new dimension of this game. I will be guiding you guys through advanced battle rules. So we'll play today one, but in the series couple of scenarios, solitary scenarios, where we'll be replaying a detailed battles only on the battle display. This will be historical engagements between British and Germans. I still find Atlantic Chase as a fantastic simulation, both on a strategic level, when we use the whole map, but also on this tactical level. Those simplified battles were very enjoyable, but after playing a couple of advanced battles, I would tell you guys I will never come back to the regular engagements. Those are so much deeper and so much more detailed, and gives also a lot of flavor. So I was tempted to go through all the additions into the advanced battle rules for Atlantic Chase now. Maybe I will do it only in a brief couple of sentences, because I think that will not make too much sense to go through each and every step. First of all, the player aid is very good for the advanced battle rules. We have a sequence of play, we have all the tables needed, and this is everything on only 4 pages, majority of which will be the special effect, because the ships in the advanced rules will got a lot of additional new type of damage. So yeah, we shall see it soon. Okay, I will refer to the additions to the rules and to the changes to the rules while playing the particular scenarios. And I think it's time to move to one of such. Okay, we'll be playing the MiniScenario 1, Cornered. This is a scenario about the Graf Spee, who was very successful in ransacking the British shipments. If you look at the description, he sunk like 50,000 tons of British shipping in the South Africa. Finally, he is being chased by the 3 ships from the British squadron. Yeah, we have Exeter, we have Ajax, and we have Achilles. And what you can immediately observe, that the ships in the advanced battle rules have attitude. It could be running, it could be closing, or it could be acquiring. When the ship is closing, and again, the player aid is very helpful here. When the ship is closing, it can move forward, it can launch torpedoes, and it can also pursue. Pursuit I will show you later, because in this example I think it will be used. When the ship is running, only such a ship can break away. Such ship can put the smoke, but it cannot close to the enemy. And in case of acquiring ship, so which is positioned like this with a status, it's not moving, it's much more stable, but it also fires on a better table than the ships which are running or closing. So this would be our gunnery table, and as you can see, acquiring would have much better results than the closing, running, or splitting, about which I will also tell you. Okay, let me move back to this. So how do we start advanced battle? First of all, this is a good weather, so it will be like 3 turns. So we do the so-called snafu check. Before the battle, we always do a snafu check. This is good weather, so let's roll 2 die. I have dice prepared here, and let's see what we'll get. We have 4. So this is mechanical distress. Let me quickly read it. Target player, so the target here is Graf Spee. Target player selects 1 active player's ship, so one of those. to enter during the lingering effect step of round 2. Okay, so we probably as Germans we would prefer the most dangerous ship to be entering during the lingering effect. It will be end of a turn 2. This is a huge boost for the Germans in this scenario, I can tell you, and it will help enormously. So this was the first step. The second step is attitude. In a first round, the attitude is set by the scenario. So those guys are closing, those guys are running. But in a regular game, both sides would take, let me just do it properly, would set the attitude for each and every ship secretly, like this, and then they would uncover it, showing what they have chosen. So very nice mechanic, not to present immediately to your opponent what you will be doing and what's your plan. So the attitude step is already done for us in a first battle round in the scenario setup. So gunnery, we will be firing simultaneously. I think I will start with British. So this is a fire from far to far, so extreme range. On extreme range, we roll 3 die and we choose 2 lowest. It's also on the player aid here. It's also marked here. In order for those ships to hit Graf Spee, they need to roll. We look at the closing column. They need to roll 9 or 10 on 3 die. That could be difficult. First, this is 6, so it's splash. Now the second ship. This is 5, even worse. You see, there are some modifiers, like for stopped, very slow and slow ships, for the smoke and gunnery, but there were no modifiers in those rolls. For Graf Spee, he will be firing also on extreme range, so it will be 3 die, and he will have a modifier because he has gunnery 1 on the extreme range. Okay, let us fire into the Ajax. Let's see. Okay, this is roll of 8, no, of 2, of course, 3, so nothing. So as expected, nothing happened during the gunnery phase. Now we go to the next phase, which is torpedoes. Torpedoes are modified in advance battle rules. Normally you could fire from close to close or from close to near. Now you can fire between near. So the target has to be near or close and the firing has to be near or close, but we don't have such situation. Maneuver. As far as maneuver is concerned, the Graf Spee will not close on the British, but the British will close on him. You see, in solitary scenario book, you have on the page 3 battle behavior of both sides, and this actually drives what you do. So all undamaged British ships usually close on the Germans, and the Germans, unless it is a pure convoy, usually do not close on the enemy. That was their tactic. So also this tactic will be used here. So this will be the maneuver step. There is no lingering effect step and breakaway. I think that Graf Spee would like to break away. You see, these are the victory conditions for this game. The British have to either cripple or sunk Graf Spee. In order to cripple, they have to damage it or hit it so hard that it will have some special effects. Special effects are the things which we have only during advanced battle. Graf Spee, in order to have a marginal victory, has breakaway or cripple an enemy ship, and in order to have a decisive victory, sink an enemy ship or cripple one and breakaway. I will try to break away. Even a marginal victory would be good for Germans, but there will be tons of negative modifiers. You see, in order to break away, we need to roll 9 or more. And yeah, the graph space in far zone, this is +2, but there is enemy near or and close or close zone, and those ships are closing, another modifier, and those ships are faster. So it's like +2, -3, -1. So 10 or more. No, it's 6. So we move to the next turn. And yeah, battle round 2. Now both sides should now choose their attitude. There is no snafu check, it's only before the game. The British would definitely stay in this position. For Graf Spee, it's a good decision. He can try still to be running and put a smoke. He could put it during the maneuver, or he can stand and fight. And I think I will do exactly this. He will acquire, just to show you guys how the game looks like. So this would be attitude. Gunnery step. Now it's far zone. So in far we roll 2 die, just 2 die without any modifiers. And let me first roll with the British. So no modifier, just a roll. And we look the results in the closing table. A good roll, 8, and the 8 still splash. And now the Ajax. 11, that will be hit. 11 is special result. Okay, so we'll have a possibility to show you guys the special result. Let me put like this, it's better for camera. So we roll now on a special result table. This is severe result, and it was extreme or long. Yes, it was long distance. So we roll on this 2 die. This is 7 SS. It will be superstructure. So if gunnery was more than 1, there would be some special hit, but the gunnery is not more than 1, so just 1 hit. It will damage the Graf Spee, but of course in a moment it is simultaneous. Now what can Graf Spee do? First of all, it will be rolling on this column, but Graf Spee can also split its fire if it's more than 0 into the two attacks. And let me do this. When he splits, he moves to this column. He will attack with he will split this 1 to 1 and 0, so we'll attack this ship with +1 and this ship without anything modification, and also we'll roll 2 die. So first of all, Achilles on +1, it's 12. It's 12, so it's again severe result. And the severe result we roll here to see what happened. It was on +1, so in case of superstructure there will be some damage. Okay, 12 against Achilles. It's 11. Belt. Okay, that will be a hard hit. And now we go to the belt. And this was severe result, so it will be something from this. 5. 5 on the belt is turrets. Turrets mean that this ship will have -2 to fire at all ranges. And it's crippled now. Yeah, it's crippled. Now the second fire from the Graf Spee without modification versus Ajax. It's 9, and I think 9 is a hit. So we can now just resolve those hits. Interesting situation. And now we have the last step of the turn, lingering effects. The lingering effects, it will tell us what happens with the turrets, whether it's being repaired or maybe it's deteriorates. The player has an option to do the damage control. Damage control allows you to roll 3 die and use the 2 of the highest value when you roll for the fixing of this. If you look at the turret, where is turret? Okay, fire flooding. Okay. Let me just check if turrets. These are not lingering effects. Okay, so it will simply stay. It will simply stay like this. So it cannot be fixed. Sorry. Some of those special effects have some special rules. So it will be everything after turn 2, and Exeter enters after battle round 2. Now, Grafspe was in acquire, so he was not able to break away. And the turn 3, last round of the fight. Attitude. That will be for sure running. According to the rules, the damaged British ships move to the far zone. That one will be for sure closing. And that one will be also running. Those rolls of Grafspe were pretty successful. Okay. For the Grafspe, what he probably should stay as it is and try to fire further. I don't think he will he be able to break away, sink an enemy ship. Yeah, the sinking of an enemy ship is still possible, so I think he should try it. So acquire is good. Attitude, fine. Gunnery step. As for the gunnery, let's fire with Exeter first. It has 0 modifier on the extreme range. 2 lowest, 5. Of course, it will be nothing on closing. Closing, nothing. Now, those guys. This will have 0, and this will have -1. -2, even. -2. So first, and this also has -2 due to the turn. So -2 here, -2 here. 8. This is 6. This is long range. That is why we have 2 die. This is 9, -2, 7. Those rolls were pretty good, but due to the damage to the guns, yeah, it was not successful. Now, again, Grafspe can split it, but I'd rather fire with a full force here, hoping for the roll of 6+, because we have 7+. He has modifier 0 now in the long range. Let's see. 8. It seems that the 8 is a hit, and this ship is simply sunk. Yeah. So let's mark it as a destroyed. Now, this was a gunnery step. There is no torpedo step. We are too far away. The maneuver would be closing. That will be running. That will be staying here. For the lingering effects, nothing happens here. And the Grafspe cannot break away, because you can break away only if you are in a running. So that concludes our scenario. One special hit, 1 ship sunk, 1 ship damaged. Yeah, a lot of action. And as for the victory, marginal victory by British, because Grafspe is crippled. And for the Germans, it's a sink an enemy ship, so this is a decisive victory. If one side achieved decisive, Germans, and the other achieved marginal, British, the result is German victory by reduced to the marginal. So this is marginal German victory, what happened here. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoy Atlantic Chase the way I do. I will come back with more videos of those advanced battle rules. Believe me, when we put the battleships here, even more fun will start. For now, that's everything for today. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please like the video, and I'm also waiting for your comments. How do you find the Atlantic Chase? Thank you, and bye for today.